In this video today, we are going to talk about our favorite plugins. I'm going to leave Dave to start this video. That was kind of his idea to make this video about this topic, and I hope this is entertaining and useful for you.
Hopefully useful. So we of course we talk about the idea of plugins, and just generally what we do, what I do, and then Emiliano could talk about what he does. And I have indeed been using plugins. I don't want to say I've been using them less and less, because that's not true. I am a Nuendo user, a Steinberg Nuendo user, which I've been a Steinberg Nuendo user for a very, very long time. And one of the things is I really happen to like the plugins that are built into Nuendo. To me, an equalizer is an equalizer, a compressor is a compressor. This is not always true, but can follow. And for me, I happen to like the fact that there are the plugins within Nuendo. I happen to really like them. And so, I've been buying less and less plugins. I have access to, hundreds and hundreds of plugins, but do I use them? Rarely, unless I really need to. So when it comes to and one of the reasons for that is nice thing is when you load a session, especially if you load a session on another computer in another town or whatever, you pull it up and most of your plugins are within the DAW, and just pull up and off you go. No problem. Regarding two plugins, I guess we were going to talk about our two favorite plugins, and just our top two. And these are, to me, I guess you'd call them desert island plugins. Can't live without, right? And one is the TLA-100. He's much better with numbers and things like that than I am. So I'll be constantly asking him, what am I talking about? So yeah, the TLA-100, which is a compressor. Yes. And that was designed by Dave Hill, right? And Dave was a good friend of mine. I've known Dave for decades. And Dave is a brilliant designer. I just happen to know him as a really sweet friend. But that TLA-100, it's a compressor. I use that on bass. And you put that compressor on bass and boom. You've done it. It's just there, stock straight out of the box, which I happen to be. It's interesting, when I started out like super young, I remember this guy talking about being a meat and potatoes engineer. And as an older, I've become a meat and potatoes engineer. It's just basic, it works. And so, yeah, so that for bass, the TLA-100, and I use there's the one within Universal Audio, the UAD, but there's also the one, what company is that from?
Alliance.
From Plug-in Alliance, and that's the one I use, so that you don't need to have to pull in, have the UAD hardware. Mm-hmm. I have them both, but I always use the one that from Plug-in Alliance. The other one that I use is Character. Character is from Noveltech. I was going to say that, Noveltech or Noveltech, I don't know. Whatever. So the Character, which to me, Character is a can't live without. Literally cannot live without. It has a life that it brings to things. It's a dynamic equalizer. Or an intelligent equalizer. I have no idea. All you do is you turn it up and it makes everything more present. So if you have something that's not as present and lacks a little bit of life, you put Character on it, it comes to life. And I use Character. You would be shocked in my mixes how much, because a lot of my stuff has been done a long time ago. And I'm an electronic musician, so I have samples and this and that, which for a lot of electronic artists and stuff, you have stuff that you have from a long time, and you just want to make it more alive, and the Character will just do that. Yeah. So those are my two that I can't live without. Within Nuendo, there's this little thing called tube compressor, and I put the tube compressor in with like a 1/4 dB. You just put it in with almost no compression, and everything just comes alive. Also, they're tape emulators. magneto. So I could go on and on about the Steinberg stuff, which I won't do, but I could, you know. So yeah.
For me, I'm gonna give my two plugins that are third party, and then I'm gonna go into like my DAW.
Yeah.
So one of the plugins I use the most is called Tape by Softtube. I use it for two reasons. One, it has a tilt EQ that is one of the best sounding EQs that I've ever used.
By tilt, you mean like a high-end,
Like a shelf.
a
kind
shelf.
of
That
tilt
we could do
EQ.
a talk about shelf in and of itself.
There's another plugin that I use as well in conjunction with Tape. It's called Tunnelux Tilt by Tunnelux.
Tunnelux tilt.
I think Paul Wolf designed that.
Uh-huh.
The funny thing with Tape from Softtube is that I'm friends with a lot of the plugin manufacturers because, business.
Yeah.
I remember talking to the guy that actually designed Tape
Uh-huh.
from Softtube, and I told him like I love the EQ section of that thing, and he actually said to me, it's like, actually that's my favorite thing that I designed, and I think it should be its own plugin because
Is that from Plugin Alliance as well?
Softtube, only Softtube.
Only Softtube.
Only Softtube.
I will look into that.
It's
Tape.
really good Tape.
Uh-huh.
And there is the EQ section that is I use it as an EQ, and as well to like tame transients, you will use a Tape.
Right.
There is, whenever you have a really clean electric guitar, you just put that, and it's just more pleasant to the ear.
Awesome.
The other one, and we have the same point of reference. The other plugin that I will say is my top 2 plugin. It's Phoenix 2. It's a Pro Tools only plugin. Dave Hill designed it.
Oh, wow.
One of the best saturation plugins I've ever used.
Is that the quote-unquote tape emulator thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's basically the emulation from his, let's say, his converters, because he was one of the first ones to convert digital to analog and analog to digital converters, and the analog to digital converters had a tape saturation
Wow.
character to it.
I mean, when Dave did stuff, he really did it.
One of the best.
Yeah.
Like his preamps, his compressors.
So it's called Tape 2.
It's called Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Like
Okay, Phoenix 2 or
Phoenix 2.
Phoenix 2 from
Crane Song.
From Crane Song, from Dave's site.
His brand.
Okay.
It's only Pro Tools, and right now, since he passed away, it's only in beta for M processors. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen with that. I hope someone keeps the legacy of Dave going.
Yeah, if anybody listens and knows the Dave stuff, keep Dave going for sure.
If you can support it, support it. And the other thing I'll say, it's my production DAW of choice is Ableton Live.
Uh-huh.
And one of my favorite things in Ableton Live, it's called Audio Rack, and it's a frame where you can put a bunch of plugins, create workflows and signal flows and wet and dry situations, and like pan things around. It's really good. So yeah, definitely Audio Rack from Ableton Live.
Great.
That's it.
So there you go. I think I'll just say, I've not become oh my God, this new plugin, I have to buy it. I mean, I'm as far from that as you can almost be. It has to be really, I have to hear about it. I have to know that it's useful, and it has to apply to what I do, and then I will think about it. So I'm not like, just a gear slut. I had to say it. So there you go. Yeah. So, all right. Well, thank you for listening. That's just our short little take on plugins, and we appreciate it. Please like and subscribe to grow the site, which we try to, and this is a lot of fun. So we have one of my best buddies. So all the best. Have happy. I guess we're going into holidays. Happy holidays. All that stuff. Happy turkey. Happy ho ho ho. Hanukkah, etc. And all the best. We will see you next time.